down the basement, lock the cellar door, and baby, talk bloody to me.
Hi, and welcome to another exciting edition of Talk Bloody to Me. I'm Matt,
And I'm Brezzy.
and this week we're talking about Jeepers Creepers. Where'd you get those peepers? Take it
Where'd you get
easy.
those eyes?
Yes, it's Jeepers Creepers from 2001,
And one.
starring Gina Phillips as Trish and Justin Long as Derry and Jonathan Breck as the keeper and some other people as randoms.
And Matt has never seen this one.
I never saw Jeepers Creepers before. Uh, Quick side note, it's Art is like the monkey on my shoulder. If you're watching the video, he's like he's the devil whispering in my ear. But anyway, no, I've never seen any of the Jeepers Creepers before. And honestly, I had heard of them, and I was just kind of like meh, like it just didn't excite me for some reason. And I saw it, and I was actually surprised at how much I liked it. Not to give away the
I
whole
was
episode, but I
like,
liked it.
yeah, I'm like, hey, have you ever seen Jeepers Creepers? And he's like, no, I haven't seen any of them. I'm like, Matt, are you serious? This is so good. Like, okay, so I like number one and two. Three's
Mm,
okay, but then it gets kind of bad. But what?
yeah. That's usually how it is with series of movies is like one and two are good, and then three is
Yeah.
always the one where it kind of takes a nosedive. We've seen it happen again and again. But
Yeah.
but yeah, I really like this. So how about you? Did you see this when it first came out?
I did. I think not when it first came out. I think when I was a teen.
Okay.
I think so. I believe so.
I remember when it came out, I remember Aaron went and saw it and talked about it, but it's like I just didn't go for some reason. But
Did he enjoy it though?
I think he thought it was okay. I don't think he was like thought it was like amazing, but he didn't hate it either. But
The first one is the best. I well, pr to me, I like the first one and the second one. I like the
uh
second one just a little bit better, but we will talk about it. So
yeah.
next week or whatever. Because yeah, we're talking about it next week. So we're going to do Jeepers Creepers number two.
All right.
So
So
that's the plan.
so stay tuned for even more Jeepers Creepers action after we finish this one. But
Yes.
what the hell is Jeepers Creepers? If you're like me and you've never seen it before, it is a brother and sister, Trish and Justin Long, Derry are on they're what did he pick her up from college or something?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're on the back roads, they're taking the long way home. She broke up with her boyfriend and they need time to think about it, and they're playing license plate games and dicking around, and all of a sudden here comes this crazy looking frickin' old-timey truck that's like
Mind you, I used to do that when I was a teen. Like just
yeah.
like drive around, look at like license plate. I'm like, okay, like just peace and bubbles where I can freaking like make up with my friends. I'm like, that's kind of funny. Have you done that?
Kind of maybe not specifically that, but I oh actually we do that just like if it'll say something like JAX, then we'll be like Jax wins, like Mortal Kombat or something like that.
It's funny.
Yup. We used to drive, me and my friends, when we were in college, used to drive out into the middle of the country and then get really high and then get lost and try to find our way back home. So it's a good thing we never had a big Jeepers Creepers truck come barreling
That would
up
be
our,
so funny.
right? So, it's a crazy guy with a hat in a big truck, and it's all souped up, and he won't go around, and they're swerving all over, and it's scary. And finally, he gets around. It's like, holy shit, what the fuck was that? What was that all about? It's tense, and like I said before, it's like I always like to picture what would I do if I was in this situation, like when I'm watching a movie, and it's like just picture like you're with your sibling or your friend or whatever, and you're out on the back road, and all of a sudden this big, weird, crazy looking truck just about runs you off the road. To be like
I'm pretty
freaky,
sure that kind of happens nowadays.
right? That's just living in Minnesota in the country.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it doesn't show like the Jeepers Creepers in the vehicle either. So it's
Yep.
more intense. It's like who's driving that? Like who's that person?
Right. True. And then so then they kind of get their breath and stuff, and they go down the road, and then they see there's the old shitty truck, and there's a guy with like a big coat and a hat dumping what appears to be bodies down like a big pipe, and they're like, what the hell is that? And he clearly sees them, like you can see him turn and look right at them, and is like facing right at them the whole time they drive by, and all of a sudden he gets in his truck and runs him off the road again. And he kind of looks like the Shadow. Remember the Shadow? Did you ever see that with Alec Baldwin? He's got the big
Remember the
hat and
what?
the Shadow. It's a movie called The Shadow, and he was like a kind of like a
Never seen
half-ass
it.
superhero. Anyway, he's got a big hat and a big coat. It's the same kind of vibe, but
Okay, well, I'm not into the superheroes, so besides
right,
Batman, the old
right.
Batman, but
The old like the '60s Batman, like the
as
bang
in
pow.
like 1990,
Oh,
1989, that
89,
Batman.
Michael Keaton, Jack Nicholson, Tim
Yep.
Burton era Batman. Yeah, that's the shit right
Yeah,
there.
that. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So Jeepers Keepers guy kind of looks a little like he could be a offshoot of Batman with his big coat and he's all dark, but he is kind of a Batman in a way.
Well, yeah. I
Actually,
mean,
spoiler alert.
bats coming, like his like wings are just humongous.
Yup, exactly. And so they decide they're gonna go. They go down the road. He tries to crash him again. They're in the ditch. Then they're like, "Let's just move on." And then he's like, "We got to go back. What if there's someone still alive down there?" And so he convinces her to go back. He goes down and he finds a person that's still alive, and he's all in shock. And they go to the restaurant, and everyone's looking at him like they're psycho. And then they get a phone from a psychic. And this is the one thing I don't like with the movie is the woman's like, "Oh Lord, Jeepers Creepers, you gotta watch out with a song. It's gonna come
Yeah,
on
that.
you."
Yeah.
Oh baby, watch out for Jeepers Creepers. It's all gonna play. It's like, oh my God, what the hell? Who is so
I liked it. I kind of enjoyed it. I'm like, oh my God, this like girls like, oh my cheapest creepers. Oh my God. Like, okay, cool your
Yes,
jets. Like,
right.
you know,
So that is psychic. I can't remember what the character's name is. Is that Giselle? Is her name? Or
I
was that
think so,
someone
yeah.
else? But anyway, so there's a psychic warns them about don't when you hear the song Jeepers Creepers, that's when you got to look out. And she kind of makes says it's something like a demon or something dark and hungry, and that maybe it's at this point, maybe it's later, but basically he eats people's body parts and the body parts become part of him. So that's his whole deal.
Hmm.
So, um, then the thing they had is dirty laundry in the car, and they go out of the restaurant, and the thing is,
Well, you're skipping the part. You're
oh no,
like
what am I
the
missing?
yeah, the one who actually went in the tunnel, the guy, the
Oh
main
yeah.
guy that actually went in the
Oh my
tunnel
God,
got
I'm missing one of the best parts of the whole movie.
yeah, it's like damn it, that's
Go
like
for it. You
huge.
describe, you talk.
So he ended up falling into that tunnel, which it when he followed, it was so like slow motion,
Yeah,
but he ended
it's
up
weird.
falling, and yeah, it was like really kind of trippy, but I
Yeah.
liked it.
Yeah, me too.
He fell in there, and then he finally like woke up, and then he seen all this like two like couples,
Oh yeah.
and it looked like they were like kind of like glass in a
Uh-huh.
way.
Uh-huh. Yeah, like almost like they got turned into mannequins
Am
or
I freezing
something.
up?
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna say, am I freezing up or no? Like they're like on like this wall, and they're like they stuck, and it's like they've been like that for like many many years.
Uh-huh. Yeah, they mentioned at the like when they were driving, they said something about there was a old rumor about a couple that went missing on the road and her head got cut off. So apparently that's the couple because there's stitches on her neck where her head got cut off.
Yep.
Yeah. And then he goes to
I
tie his
like that one.
that is really cool. And he goes to tie his shoe and all of a sudden it's like drip, drip, drip. And he looks up and then it slowly comes into focus, like it's dark, but it just slowly starts to come into frame and focus. This dead body
Hmm.
after dead body after dead body, just all over the ceiling, all over the walls. Like the thing is like wallpapered with dead bodies. And that's why he's in shock when he comes out of the thing. It's like after seeing that, I'd be in shock too.
I
So,
like it though.
yeah, me too. It's awesome.
I like it.
Yep. So, so anyways, we missed that part. But so then getting back to where we were, it was sniffing at his laundry to get a scent, and the cops are gonna protect him, and then they hear Jeepers Creepers on the radio, and all of a sudden the thing's on top of the car, and he's got a fucking battle axe out of nowhere and like chops the guy's head off. And that's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Mhm. And then I don't remember exactly how it happens, but they end up running him over, and then she just keeps backing up and going forward and backing up and going forward and running him over and running him over and running him over. And then all of a sudden, like these big bat wings come out of his back, and they're like, "He's dead, just leave him." So they go, but he wasn't dead. And
But yeah, like when I when I first seen that, I'm like, oh my God, it's like that's the like end of the movie. Like he's already dead already. That's kind of stupid. But he actually survives it. I'm like, how can you? He must be immortal because how can you like go back and forth, and he's just laying there with one wing.
Yep, exactly. And like one thing that I like about that is because a lot of times in horror movies when they kill the monster, they supposedly kill the monster and they get the monster knocked down and then they're like standing there with the gun and they're like, "Well, we did it." And then they just turn their back on the monster and the monster comes back to life. And I'm always like, "No, while you're there, shoot him 5 more times. Shoot him in the head, chop his head off, step on his neck, make sure he's really fucking dead." And that's what I like about this movie is because she's like puts it in drive, boom, puts it in reverse, boom, puts it in drive, boom.
Boom.
Exactly. So she tried her best to make sure he was
Over
dead.
and over. She must have done that like 5 times.
Exactly. That's probably my favorite part of the whole movie, actually. So so anyway, what else happens? Can you
Well,
think?
after that, then start stuff can gets like a little mumbled and jumbled, and it's like after it was slow in the beginning, but after you hit the
Hmm.
middle to end, it's like very, very fast paced.
Yep.
So I like it's like it kind of like speeds up, and then he gets into like this police station,
Oh, yep. Hmm.
and then they're like, "Well, you're crazy," or and they're like, "No, I'm not." And then here comes, that Jeepers Creepers actually see the full face.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's what I told you. Like, just you wait. You will see his whole face.
Yep, exactly. And it's kind of reminds me a little bit of Predator in a way, but it's like I think he's supposed to be a demon or something because he has bat wings, but it's kind of gray and there's layers, and then he has these two kind of little fingery things down on the bottom of his mouth, but then when he gets mad, he's like and it like flares out and he's got like these little fingery tendrily spike things that come out of his head like claws almost.
He
It's
kind of
pretty cool.
reminds me of that TV show, like old TV show, the Gargoyles.
Okay.
That's what it kind of reminds me of his face.
Gargoyles, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, sure. Where they were like they turn to stone at daytime, and then at night they're like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That is what he looks like as a gargoyle. He got big wings, and that's actually
Hmm.
I think you're right. I was like I was like trying to describe him, and I'm like, well, he's kind of like a demon, or maybe like a vampire, but he doesn't drink blood. He eats body parts, so he's not really a vampire, but kind of. But but yeah, gargoyle. Shit, there it is, right there.
Yeah.
Jeepers Creepers, you solved the mystery.
It was like you didn't say like well, me it actually that kind of actually clicked just now when you were
Right.
talking about that. I'm like, no, it kind of reminds me of that child TV shows on Gargoyles.
Yes. So the psychic woman eventually hooks up with them in person, and she's like, the Jeepers Creepers only likes to eat certain people that he can use their body parts, and so he scares them because something about the smell and their fear, that's how he can tell which people he uses, and so that's why he gets crazy with his truck. No explanation of where the truck came from or how it drives so fast or any of that nonsense, but who
Mm.
cares? It's Jeepers Creepers. And so he wants one of the two. He either wants the girl or the boy. So he's kind of after them both. There's a lot of running around. She said, "You're going to be in the dark hearing Jeepers Creepers on a record, and that's when you know bad stuff's going to happen." And then the she gets killed, and everyone's getting killed. The cop gets head chopped off earlier, and then the girl's like, take me," like he's gonna take the guy, and the girl tries to offer herself like Katniss in Hunger Games. She's like, "I offer myself as tribute," and Jeepers Creepers is like, "Nah, nah, fuck you," and he flies away. And then you see like the Jeepers Creepers flying against the
Well,
moon.
the chick was like begging the guy or the uh Jeepers Creepers like, no, 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 take me, take me. But he
Yeah,
wouldn't. He just
right.
wouldn't.
Because he needed the certain organs with the smell.
Yep.
If they'd only just listened, you can't just say. Maybe she thought because she was her sister that they were compatible
Right.
genetics. But no,
Right.
Jeepers Creepers, a discerning taste. He has certain smell he looks for, and that's it. Doesn't matter if you offer yourself. Go F yourself. That's what he's. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, pretty much. No, I'm
Yeah.
gonna have this person. You can F off. So there you go.
Yep. All right, and then the very last shot. Are we ready to ruin the ending? The very
It's the
last.
best part.
It is. It's the whole movie is built up to this point. That before when they were doing their license plate game and they saw the Jeepers Creepers truck and he thought it was beating you, but it's actually be eating you. Because he eats
I actually
yeah.
didn't think about that one.
Yeah, they
Eh,
don't explain it. Because at when he's talking on the phone with her, she's like the license plate. Think about the license plate, and he's like, yeah, beating you, and she's like, no, that's not it. Use your head, and then it's like, oh, it's be eating you. That's what it is. So last
There
shot
you
of the movie.
go.
Yeah. Last shot of the movie. It's a dark cavern. There's a record playing, Jeepers Creepers, do, and you see Justin Long's head with no, just hollow all the way through his skull, daylight where his eyes should be, and that's the end of the movie.
There's like really like no skull. It's just like just the face.
Yeah, it's like holes all the way through his
Yep.
head, just. And then Jeepers Creepers, because it's a record. That's what it sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
And that's the movie.
there you have it. So, what would you rank Jeepers Creepers, or do you want me to go first?
You can go first.
I will give it 9 out of 10. I'm gonna dock at 1 point because I thought some of the plot was a little bit corny and forced. The psychic lady was a little bit too much for me. But other than that, it was really cool. And I liked it way better than I was expecting. And the monster was cool. And it's kind of simple but effective. And there's some really
Mm.
cool shots, like when they're in that pipe and the ones on the one end and they're like yelling down into it. And you just have the whole screen is just dark with like this long pipe with a light at the end of it. It's just some really cool like photography and cinematography. So 9 out of 10 for Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah, same with me. I would do like a nine out of 10. I just wish that you can see his face a little bit more.
Hmm.
That was my only problem, and a little bit more of him grabbing people.
Right.
But you would see him a little bit more in number two. So
Okay. Cool. I'm looking forward to it. And
It's
as
a
we
little
said,
bit more intense. Oh, to me, it's a little bit more intense, but
oh,
it's still
interesting.
good.
Yeah, and I've said before on other episodes where I like it where they don't explain everything, but there's kind of like a fine line where you got to explain some stuff, but don't explain everything, leave some stuff to the imagination. And I wish they would
Yep.
have explained what exactly was Jeepers Creepers, the monster. What exactly is he? Give me a little bit more info, but not too much. So,
Like
yeah,
how he came about, who he is, and how why he does this.
exactly.
Yeah, I get it.
Right, exactly. So there you have it, Jeepers Creepers. Thanks so much for
Mhm.
listening. You can send us requests. You can comment on our YouTube or any of our podcast platform pages or our IG, and keep the requests coming and keep liking, sharing, subscribing, telling everyone to listen about Talk Bloody to Me.
See you later.